story that just underlines that the system around us is in ashes. Another day, another heartbreaking tragedy in the national capital. 21 people murdered, their lives snatched away in a hotel fire. People burnt alive or suffocated because our system failed them completely. Viewers, this is murder by negligence, illegal rooms, no fire clearance, narrow exits, no safety measures. The owner is on the run. The officials look the other way, obviously. And the people paid with their lives. That is what has happened. And think about it, from the Upar cinema tragedy to this day in 2026, nothing has changed. And the way it's going, it does not seem anything will change. Decades have passed, promises have been made, files were closed, opened, but the system remains in ashes. The same greed, the same corruption, the same criminal carelessness. Our netas express condolences and move on, they forget. But the families left behind will try forever, as they are. So this rotten system that protects the guilty and kills the innocent will never change. What can you do about it as the Aam Aadmi? So let's open this up. Shikha Rai, MLA and spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Miss Neelam Krishnamurthy ji is joining us. She needs no introduction. Dr. Vikram Singh also with us. Neelam ma'am, first question to you. Am I wrong when I say from Upar to 2026, nothing has changed?
You're absolutely right. In fact, you just touched what I was going to say, that this is nothing but murder by negligence. And not a thing has changed between 97 and now, 29 years later. On 13th of June this month, it will be 29 years since the Upar fire tragedy. I worked very hard to try to get some changes in the fire safety measures, but unfortunately nothing has happened in this country because nobody cares. You see if you see the shots today, people jumping, the same thing happened in Upar. There were mattresses which were there for them to, so they don't get injured. The same thing was done here. The people have died due to asphyxia. There was just a single exit and an entry door. What has changed? Please tell me that. And this is despite the fact that we worked very hard. We proved the case beyond reasonable doubt. The only fire tragedy case in this country is the Upar fire tragedy, which has reached up till the Supreme Court. And unfortunately, Supreme Court missed the bus by not laying down a precedence, by not sending them behind bars. Had that been done, I tell you, some message would have gone down in the society that you need to respect the fire safety laws. Why were the Ansals allowed to walk free? Because they are moneyed, their old age. And the money, it was given to the Delhi government. Now, how do you expect the Delhi government to even function when they are being rewarded? After killing 59 lives, why I'm emphasizing today is because here Delhi government is responsible. Delhi government was given 60 crore rupees to bring a trauma center in Dwarka. They've done nothing of the sort. In fact, they've used it in their budget allocation. So if you are going to reward the governments, why should there be any deterrence? You find the MCD employees, you find the DFS employees, each of them are complicit in this. NOCs are issued for a price. They don't care because they're not their children who are going to die. There has to be, a strong message which must go, only then will the government authorities will also learn. Send them behind bars. If these government officials lose their children in these fires where they issue the NOC, that is the time maybe one of them will realize, oh, I've signed the death certificate of my own child.
Shikha ji,
the
BJP rules Delhi now.
I just want to say one more thing.
Okay, yes ma'am, go ahead, yes.
I just want to say one thing. I have been asking for a law to deal with the man-made disaster. I have also written to this government. I gave the representation long time to the government. The Law Commission agreed on this. The government is sitting on it. What we need is a stringent law. Right. When an incident like this happens, it should be a non-bailable offence. The case should be tried within 2 years and the punishment should be such, it should have a deterrent effect, minimum 10 years. Because I know they're going to book them, they've booked them in culpable homicide, but unfortunately when they go to the court, they'll be treated only as rash and negligent act,
Right.
because they are going to cite Upar fire tragedy as a precedent.
You're absolutely
because
right.
Supreme Court has set that precedent.
You're right.
So let's
Shikha ji,
change the law.
you know, there are problems at every level. You know, parties come and go, but the Aam Aadmi is left to suffer, left to die.
See, very truly, it is so said that nothing has been done so far on this count. See, in this matter also, I would like to tell you that the policy says that 6-bedded bed and breakfast, when somebody applies for a license, is given to him, taking into account all the factors that are required for that matter. And every 3 years, it is renewed. So in between, there is no policy for scrutiny, surveillance, or any kind of thing where the authorities can go and check whether it is following the rules or not. The policy was never there. With the previous governments, it was never thought so that the rules should have been stringent or there should have been more surveillance to that. So it was given in 24. Now it would have taken into consideration only in 27.
Shikha ji, you know, I don't want to get into the, you know, 1 minute, into the technicalities about this 3-year rule, 2-year rule. You tell me one thing, if you are made to speak to the family of those who've lost their loved one, unko kya kahengi? What will you tell them?
No. See, telling them is all my hearts are out for those people.
But ma'am, hearts out se kya hoga? Those people are not coming back.
But the fact is, yes, there was no policy. See, there was no policy on this. That is what I'm trying to tell you. That in future, there would be, as ma'am said that she has given representations also, there would be stringent laws.
No, what future? Upar happened in 97. From 1997, there is no future. And if people start dying like this on a daily basis, then where is the future? What future are we talking about? Dr. Vikram Singh? Sir, you know, this has become a systemic issue because money flows from the bottom to the top.
You are absolutely right. I would say that this is a tragedy that was waiting to happen, and it was a totally avoidable tragedy. I mean, it will be very difficult to, ignore or even forget the words of Miss Krishnamurthy, the deep sense of anguish which she has communicated just now, and also a sense of helplessness. I, for one, would not like to believe for a moment that the government can ever be helpless, ever. And it is absolutely inappropriate to pass the buck down to anyone. And this, like you, I would say, it is this is collusive, this is collective, and this is cumulative. A failure and corruption both rolled into one. I would say that this is absolutely a crying shame. Corruption and collusion all rolled into one. You, for one, and I also, if we just to dig a borewell outside our homes, lo and behold, you will have all the authorities and asking us, do we have the requisite permission or not? Here you have 6 rooms that were added, 25 rooms come up, and the Hotel and Sarais Act of the police department, the local intelligence unit were supposed to check every foreigner entering and staying here, and then to say that they were oblivious of the fact that there were 26 rooms.
You're right, sir. All that the system cares about is money changing hands. As long as they are, you know, getting their daily, weekly or monthly hafta, they don't care about anything else. Dr. Joshi, from Aam Aadmi Party, the government has now gone to the BJP. But look at the state of affairs. It can happen to any of us.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it can happen to any one of us, and we are lucky that it didn't happen to us. Mrs. Krishnamurthy wasn't so lucky. I still remember her, you know, speaking in front of cameras while I was studying. So I don't know, you know, I will not speak as a politician or as a spokesperson of Aam Aadmi Party today. I'll just speak that if anybody is found responsible for this, please do punish them. If anybody from Aam Aadmi Party is found responsible, please go ahead and punish them. You have booked them behind in the culpable homicide. You know, if governments are found responsible, take action. But please do not spare anyone under, you know, who is running DDA, who's running MCD for decades altogether, who's responsible for fire brigade not reaching in 4 to 6 minutes time, as it should have been the routine response time. It's not like that. So if anybody is found responsible, please go ahead and punish. whosoever is responsible.
This is
But
happening in
please
the
do not
heart
pass
of the
the buck.
national capital. I mean,
Sir,
these
please
images
do not
are,
pass the buck.
going across the world. What will people make of incredible India?
Pranesh, it is a hit for the medical tourism as well. What are we talking about? People who are residing in that bed and so-called bed and breakfast, or which is now turned into a hotel, were all international citizens who have been here for caring for their loved ones. So it's a big hit on and a big dent in the reputation of the country. But having said that, this is not time for passing the buck that there was no policy. If there was no policy, you can make it right. Now we'll support you in making that policy. We'll support you in each and everything in making sure that tragedies like this do not happen. But being in MCD, being in DDA, these are the agencies who are directly responsible.
This policy excuse is not going to cut. Shikhaji, you are a responsible citizen. So you must at least think of what you're going to tell people, because there are many questions that the Delhi government will have to answer. This policy, you'll have to go beyond policy and think of what people have gone through. I mean, look at the agony. When, anyone sees pictures like this, what will they make of the system that governs us? We've run out of time. I thank all of you for joining us. Hopefully, something changes. Thanks for watching, viewers. The news are with Navita Kumar on the other side.